G'day to the marsupial mates. All right, let's kick things off with our bouncy buddies, the kangaroos. These guys aren't just hopping around for fun. They're basically nature's perfect athletes. Their legs are like built-in trampolines, letting them zoom across the outback at a crazy 40 km/h without breaking a sweat. But here's the mind-blowing part. They've got a secret fifth leg. Yep, that muscular tail isn't just for show. It helps them balance and navigate through thick bush like they've got GPS. Now picture this. It's a scorching hot day in the outback, and you see a kangaroo licking its arms. No, it hasn't gone bonkers from the heat. This is actually their genius way of cooling down. They've got a network of blood vessels in their forearms that act like a personal air conditioning system. How cool is that? Speaking of cool, let's chat about everyone's favorite tree hugger, the koala. These fluffy little guys might look lazy, but they're actually master communicators. Their deep bellows can travel over 1 kilometer through the eucalyptus forests. It's like they've got their own bush telephone system. But wait, there's more. Koalas are basically walking pharmacies. They're super picky eaters, choosing only the most medicinal eucalyptus leaves. Scientists have discovered that some of these leaves have antiviral properties. So next time you see a koala munching away, remember, they're not just having lunch, they're taking their vitamins. Apex predators, nature's ultimate survivors. All right, now let's get into the scary stuff. I'm talking about the saltwater crocodile, Australia's living dinosaur. These guys are the ultimate ambush predators, with a bite force that'll make your jaw drop, literally. They can sense their prey's movements from kilometers away using special pressure sensors on their snouts. It's like they've got underwater radar, but the real showstopper is their infamous death roll. Imagine being spun around so fast that you experience 250 times the force of gravity. That's what crocs do to their dinner, and let me tell you, it's not a ride you want to be on. Now let's head down to Tasmania to meet the devil himself, the Tasmanian devil, that is. These little guys have been through hell with a contagious face cancer, but they're making a comeback. Scientists have found that some devils are developing natural immunity, which is huge news for conservation efforts. But here's where it gets really sci-fi. Conservationists are using AI to play matchmaker for devils. They're creating insurance populations on predator-free islands, using smart algorithms to make sure we keep the gene pool diverse. It's like a dating ACAP, but for saving a species. Venomous villains or misunderstood marvels? Okay, time to face our fears. We're talking about Australia's infamous venomous critters. First up, the Sydney funnel web spider. This little 8-legged terror packs a punch that could drop a horse, but get this. Its venom might actually save lives. Scientists are using compounds from the venom to develop medications for stroke prevention and pain management. Talk about turning a villain into a hero. And if you thought spiders were scary, wait till you hear about the box jellyfish. This nearly invisible assassins of the sea have a sting so potent it can kill in minutes. But here's the twist. Researchers have developed a new antivenom that's 98% effective if you get it quickly enough. And they're not stopping there. They're using underwater drones and AI to predict where these jellies will show up next. It's like having a jellyfish weather forecast. Feathered friends with attitude. Now let's lighten the mood with some of Australia's coolest birds. First up, the cassowary. Imagine a 6-foot-tall, flightless bird with a helmet on its head and claws that could slice you open. Sounds terrifying, right? But these guys are actually the unsung heroes of the rainforest. They're like nature's gardeners, spreading seeds far and wide through their poop. Without cassowaries, huge chunks of the rainforest would struggle to regenerate. But if you want to talk about talented birds, you can't go past the lyrebird. These Vocal virtuosos are the world's greatest mimics. They can copy pretty much any sound they hear, from other birds to car alarms and even chainsaws. Scientists have discovered that their songs are so complex, they're actually similar to human language in structure. It's like they're speaking their own secret bird language. Ocean Odyssey Underwater Wonders. All right, surf's up. Let's dive into the ocean and meet some of Australia's marine marvels. First stop, the great white shark. These apex predators are basically swimming supercomputers. They've got a sixth sense called electroreception, which lets them detect the tiniest electrical fields given off by their prey. It's so sensitive they could theoretically sense a single AA battery from over 1,000 kilometers away. But the real star of the show is the blue-ringed octopus. Don't let its small size fool you. This little cephalopod packs a punch deadlier than cyanide. When threatened, it can flash its blue rings faster than you can blink, like a living disco ball of death. But here's the kicker. The octopus doesn't even make its own venom. It's got tiny bacteria living inside it that produce the toxin. Talk about a lethal partnership. Humans and wildlife. Finding balance. Now, let's talk about how we're learning to live alongside these amazing creatures. Take the dingo fence, for example. It's the longest fence in the world, stretching over 5,600 kilometers. But it's not just keeping dingoes out, it's actually creating two different ecosystems. Scientists are now working on high-tech smart gates that use facial recognition to let some predators through while keeping livestock safe. It's like having a bouncer for nature. In the cities, we're getting creative with wildlife corridors. Sydney's Green Grid project is like a highway system for animals, with bridges over roads and tunnels under them. They've even got motion-activated sprinklers to keep possums off roofs while giving them a drink during dry spells. It's a win-win. Tech to the rescue. Conservation to Orrington. Speaking of high-tech solutions, conservation is going full sci-fi these days. We've got AI-powered anti-poaching networks that can spot threats faster than any human. Drones are patrolling the skies, ready to deploy smoke screens to disrupt illegal activities without harming the animals. And get this, they're using blockchain to track wildlife products and bust smuggling rings. Who knew Bitcoin could save endangered species? But sometimes, nature needs a helping hand to adapt to our changing world. That's where assisted migration comes in. Scientists are moving endangered species to new homes where they can thrive as the climate changes. They're even freezing genetic material from vulnerable species, like a seed bank for animals. And when it's time to release captive-bred animals back into the wild, they're using robot parents to teach them survival skills. It's like a wildlife boot camp. Wrapping it up, our wild legacy. All right, mates, we've been on one wild ride through the wonders of Australian wildlife. From the bouncing kangaroos to the deadly blue-ringed octopus, each of these incredible creatures has a unique story to tell. They're not just amazing to look at, they're holding secrets that could revolutionize medicine, inspire new technologies, and help us understand our planet better. But here's the thing. All this awesomeness is under threat. Climate change, habitat loss, and human activities are putting pressure on these animals like never before. That's where we come in. By supporting ethical tourism, getting involved in citizen science projects, or even just spreading the word about these incredible creatures, we can all play a part in protecting Australia's natural wonders. Remember, every time you hear a lyrebird mimic a chainsaw or see a koala snoozing in a gum tree, you're witnessing something truly special. It's up to us to make sure future generations get to experience the same awe and wonder we feel when we encounter these amazing animals. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and explore the wild side of Australia. Just remember to keep your distance from the crocs, and maybe don't try to hug a Tasmanian devil. Trust me on that one. That's all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this wild adventure, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more Aussie animal action, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And hey, leave a comment below telling me which Aussie animal you'd most like to meet in person. Just keep it legal, all right? Until next time, stay wild and stay awesome. Catch ya later, mates.